Now we are going to see about diploplastic animals and triploplastic animals. See, di means two. So cells in the embryonic stage. Cells are arranged in two embryonic layers, external ectoderm and internal endoderm. Endoderm, it will responsible for the formation of gastrodermis tissue lining the gut cavity. The ectoderm form the epidermis, that is outer layer of the body wall. So the undifferentiated layer present between the ectoderm and endoderm is the mesoglia. The examples for diploplastic organisms are corals, jellyfish and sea anemone. See, come to the triploplastic. See the first point. Developing embryo has three germinal layers because tri means triplo. See, tri means three. So three germinal layers are present in that animals. Outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, inner endoderm. See, the ectoderm, it is responsible for the formation of skin, hair, neuron, nail and teeth. Ectoderm is for gut, lung, liver development. Mesoderm is for muscle, bone and heart development. See, triploplastic animals show organ system level of organization. Examples are for flatworms to chordates are comes under this category. Diploplastic and triploplastic organization. See the first one, diploplastic. So animals are arranged in two embryonic layers. Outer ectoderm, inner endoderm. Between that the mesoglia is present. Undifferentiated layer, it is called mesoglia. The next one is triploplastic. Outer ectoderm, inner endoderm. Between that middle mesoderms. So the examples are platyhelminthes to chordates. Next one, patterns of symmetry. So symmetry means body arrangement in which parts that lie on opposite side of an axis are identical, that is similar. Animals body plan pattern of development, that is various. In cylindres, ctenopores, echinoderms, see asymmetry, radial, bilateral, etc. Now we are going to see about asymmetry. Animals do not display symmetry. So lack definite body plan, otherwise they are irregular in shape. Any plan passing through the center of the body does not divide them into two equal halves. Examples are sponges, in snails, adult gastropods. See here, asymmetry in sponges. The next one is radial symmetry. Symmetrical animals have paired body parts arranged on either side of a plan passing through the central axis. That means from the central axis we can divide the organism in any plan, means they can divide, they can give two equal halves. It is called radial symmetry. So when any plan passing through the central axis of the body divides an organism into two identical means similar parts, have top and bottom side and no dorsal ventral side, no right and left side. Have a body plan in which the body parts are organized in a circle around an axis. The next one is principal symmetry in diploplastic animals. Example, cnidarians, there is sea anemones and corals. See, these are all the examples for radial symmetry in sea anemone and pentamerous radial symmetry in starfish. The third one is pentamerous radial symmetry. Animals have 5 plans of symmetry, that is echinoderms. The next one is biradial symmetry. 2 pairs of symmetrical sides are we can get. Combination of radial and bilateral, so it is called biradial symmetry. Radial and bilateral. Examples are ctenopores. 2 plans of symmetry we can get. One is longitudinal and sagittal axis and another one is with longitudinal and transverse axis. Examples are comb jellyfish, pleurobrachia. Next one, bilateral symmetry. So 2 similar halves on either side of the central plan. It occurs in triploplastic animals. See, what is the advantage of this bilateral symmetry means? It helps in seeking food, locating mates and escaping from predators more efficiently. Animals have dorsal and ventral sides, anterior and posterior sides, right and left sides. It exhibits cephalization. Sensory and brain structures are concentrated at the anterior end of the animal. See the word cephalization. Cephalization is an evolutionary trend in which over many generations the mouth, sense organs and nerve ganglia become concentrated at the front end of an animal, producing a head region. This is associated with movement and bilateral symmetry such that the animal has a definite head end. So these are the organisms examples for biradial symmetry. It is nothing but comb jellyfish. The next one is bilateral symmetry in insects. The next topic is coelom. So what is coelom? So most animals possess a body cavity. The body cavity is called coelom. Where it is present means between the body wall and the alimentary canal. It is lined with mesoderm. So the body cavity between these layers is called coelom. So according to that there are various types: acoelomates, pseudocoelomates and eucoelomates. See the first one, acoelomates. A means absence. So animals which do not possess a body cavity. Their body is solid without a perivisceral cavity. This restricts the movement of internal organs. So examples are flatworms. Next one, pseudocoel. The body cavity is not fully lined by the mesodermal epithelium, but the mesoderm is formed as a scattered pouches between ectoderm and endoderm. Such body cavity is called pseudocoel and it is filled with pseudocoelomic fluid. Pseudocoelomates are roundworms. What is the function of fluid? Pseudocoelomic fluid means it acts as a hydrostatic skeleton and allows free movement of the visceral organs and for circulation of nutrients. So this is the useful character of pseudocoelomic fluid. So based on the nature of coelom, there are three types now: acoelomates, pseudocoelomates and eucoelomates. So this is the coelom, body cavity. See the mesoderm. Next one, there are three types: coelomates, acoelomates and pseudocoelomates. See in the pseudocoelomates, mesodermal pouches. See the coelomates. These are all the examples for coelomates. Chordates, etc. etc. The next one is acoelomates, that is absence of coelom. Pseudocoelomates. The examples for pseudocoelomates are ascalminthus. For acoelomates, platyhelminthes. Pseudocoelomates means false. The mesoderm is archenra. That is, it occurs as a pouch manner, not in a fully. The next one is segmentation and notochord. What is segments? See, in some animals, the body is externally and internally divided into a series of repeated units called segments. With a serial repetition of some organs, it is called metamerism. So in annelids, simplest segmentation is seen. Each unit of the body is very similar to the next one. But in arthropods, in cockroach, segments look different manner. It perform different functions. See the external segmentation and internal segmentation in annelids. See, the body is externally and internally segmented. It is called metamerism. Then next one is notochord. Animals which possess notochord at any stage of their development in chordates. So notochord, it is mesodermally derived rod-like structure formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals. So notochords, that is presence or absence, the organisms are called as chordates, urochordates and non-chordates. Chordates means with notochord. Non-chordates means without notochord. Chordates, cephalochordates. Urochordates means fishes to mammalia. Non-chordates are porifera to hemichordata. See classification of kingdom Animalia. Subkingdom, there are two, Parazoa and Eumetazoa. First one, Parazoa. They are multicellular sponges and their cells are loosely aggregated and do not form tissues or organs. The subkingdom, Eumetazoa, contains multicellular animals with well-defined tissues, organ and organ system. The Eumetazoa again divided into the grades. The grades are Radiata, Bilateria. See in Radiata, few animals, that is two layer of cell organization, it is in it, ectoderm and endoderm. They are separated by a jelly-like mesoglia. They occur as a radial symmetry and diploplastic animals. So Bilateria, in Bilateria, organ level of organization is occurred. They are bilaterally symmetrical and triploplastic animals. See again, the grade 1 Radiata, grade 2 Bilateria. They are again divided into division. So the Bilateria has two divisions, protostomia and deuterostomia. Proto means first, stomia means mouth. Here deuteron means secondary, stomia means mouth. So eumetazoans, in which the embryonic blastopore develops into mouth. They have three subdivisions, acylometa, pseudocylometa and schizocylometa. See the deuterostomia, eumetazoans in which anus is formed from or near the blastopore and the mouth is formed away from the blastopore. They have only one subdivision in it, enterocylometa. They have a true coelom called enterocele. So they are named as enterocylometa. Where it is formed, how it will be formed means formed from the archendron.